Hello, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Philly, and tonight is date night. Or I should say, it's remembering a date night from a long time ago when I first met my husband, not when I first met my husband, but when I first made dinner for my husband. So, and I gotta take off the sound. So 1 second here, friends. Okay, that's the lovely thing of live. Forgot to check the volume, but in any event, so I am reminiscing, and he's reminiscing too, but he's being a little stubborn fellow on the couch right now, but you will see him at some point, about the date night we had. So this was pretty soon into our relationship, maybe a couple of months, and I made dinner for him, and this is the dinner I made. So tonight I'm going to be recreating that. And it was kind of a casual dinner. We hadn't been seeing each other too long, so I didn't want it to be too fussy or fancy. I didn't want there to be any worries that he would have because of what I was going to make him. So I remember thinking long and hard about this. And what I came down to was a barbecue chicken pizza, because I'd had one at a nearby restaurant. I was living in Cincinnati at the time, and this restaurant had a wonderful barbecue chicken pizza, and that was novel at that point, because this is going back a little while. Hubs and I are going to be celebrating 28 years in a couple weeks, so this was back a while. And barbecue chicken pizza really wasn't a thing. I remember it being really exciting to have it at this restaurant, and so I wanted to recreate it. And being a good girl, I thought, well, you gotta have salad with pizza. Now, if you are a boy or a male, you're probably like, yeah, you don't need salad with pizza, but salad's what I wanted to have, and I kind of wanted to show off my budding culinary skills. So at that point, putting fruit in salads was kind of a fun and novel thing. So I made a strawberry salad. So I'm trying to recreate that as best I can. We were having a conversation as to whether I added cheese to it or not. I think I actually did, upon further reflection, I think it was goat cheese. So everything is down below of the ingredients that I'm going to be using tonight. Welcome to the stream, and let's get going. So Kath, my friend, thank you for joining, and I know you're going to kind of be behind the scenes while watching, but thank you for joining the stream. I hope you enjoy it. So let me tell you about what I've done ahead of time. So I already cooked the chicken, because you do want to have that ready if you're going to be doing a barbecue chicken pizza. You could grill your chicken. You could get a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store and just use that. What I did was I had 2 chicken breasts. I actually roasted them in my air fryer, because you know I love my air fryer. And I seasoned them with some adobo seasoning with some smoked paprika. Simple as that. And I sprayed them lightly with some oil, and I air fried them at 390 for 8 minutes. And these are only 4-ounce chicken breasts, so they're quite small, but that was perfect to have them nice and juicy. I'm not expecting we're going to be using both of these. I think it definitely be one, and it might go into another one. So those are ready to go. The other things going on our pizza are red onion, cilantro, and then mozzarella cheese. Now, I happen to have some, I'm not sure how to say this, it's oaxaca, it's a Mexican oaxaca cheese, which is very similar to mozzarella, and I need to use that. I don't want it to go bad, so I'm going to be using that, but that's a great substitute. Mozzarella is, of course, what I used back in the day. And that's and barbecue sauce. Now, you could make your own barbecue sauce, and some of you might do that regularly. I regularly don't make my own barbecue sauce. That's never been something that I've done. I think I've made it before, but I have a couple of favorites. And actually, my newest favorite, because you know I love spicy, is a very inexpensive one we get here in the States, and it's just Sweet Baby Ray's, sweet and spicy. I love a spice, and so I'm positive that living in Cincinnati, the barbecue sauce I used was Montgomery Inn, which is a great rib place. If you're ever in Cincinnati, go to Montgomery Inn Ribs. They have fall off the bone ribs, absolutely delicious. Their barbecue sauce is a little bit on the sweeter side. Took me a little while to kind of be team Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce, never the ribs. The ribs were always a hit, but guys got used to the sauce, but I love the spicy kick. Yes?
Look at them.
Oh, yes, DS. Oh, DS. Oh, I love that you gave me the pronunciation. Oaxacan. Wow, that is a surprise. See, this is why I've missed you, because you give me such great information that that enlightens me every time. And please say hi to Ruby. So I do want to put out some questions, and I'll be mentioning this, especially if anyone else joins in the chat. But one thing I would love to know, if you all are up for sharing, is number one. I'd love to know some of your memorable date night meals that you've cooked. Or that Ruby's cooked for you. In your case, DS, either one. So, and that goes for you too, Kath, if you've ever cooked a meal for a date. And or like really big hits and any little mini disasters, because you know that happens too when we're cooking. You never know what's going to happen. So for anyone coming to the stream, please let me know. And if you're watching this after the live stream, I'd love to see the little stories down below in the comments. So please make sure and like and subscribe and share. You don't want to miss a thing. And also I'm on Twitter, Philly Live. Find me there with lots more foodie stuff. So this is the sauce I'm going to be using because honestly, I was just budding, and so I really wasn't like all fancy as I try to be now. But I really like the sauce. I mean, this barbecue sauce, so we're going to use that. I do have fresh cilantro, and I want to say that was the first time I remember, because the place was, and it's actually a place that Hubs and I, do you remember Hubs Indigos? And they're closed.
Well, yeah.
I looked, they did not make it through the pandemic. But it's a great little spot in Hyde Park, Cincinnati, and that's where I first had this pizza. And
Yeah,
so
but
they're
think about it.
closed.
It was there for like 25 years.
I
you
know.
If not longer.
And I remember when I had the pizza, because I ordered it with some friends, and I saw these leaves that were kind of sticking under the cheese. And I remember being curious, like, what is this? And I tasted it specifically, and it wasn't parsley. It was cilantro. And if you look at if you can't look now, but if you look at their menu, it did say cilantro because I went and looked when I wanted to recreate it. So that will be our pizza. A barbecue sauce, cooked chicken, red onion, mozzarella, but in this case, it's going to be, now let me find that pronunciation again. Oh dear, I want to make sure I give, let's see, it is Oaxacan. Cheese and also cilantro. And I see more people have joined. Oh, LaShondra. Oh, it's so good to see you. I know I can't see you, but I feel like I can see you. LaSandra, great to have you on chat. And Archie, who's going to be up to no good tonight, I am sure, because, and I promise you we won't get mushy, but I hope we get all funny and we can all kind of share some fun stories. Yes, DS, I'm looking forward to this seductive meal. And if that's what you're looking for, this is not going to happen here because we're pretty much just don't take ourselves too seriously, do we? Hubs.
I take myself quite seriously.
He takes himself very seriously. And if you guys saw the Southside stream, which was our last one, he was in rare form, so hopefully he'll behave tonight. But let me see what everyone's saying. Yes, oh my goodness. Oh, it's so good to have so many friendly faces here. And first though, before I get my pizza ready, because it will cook pretty quickly in the oven, I've got my oven already up as high as it will go. I'm gonna be cooking it on my pizza stone. That's how I love to cook any kind of pizza or bread. And of course he's picking at food, you know, that's what he does. But I'm gonna get my salad ready. My salad I prepped a little bit and I just have some finishing touches because the salad is a part of this story too.
It is?
So, yes, because I made the salad.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you ate the salad. And honestly, I don't know about y'all, especially any females joining, but salad for me on dates is kind of like you want to get a salad, but you're afraid like the lettuce is going to be hanging out of your mouth.
Well,
but
yeah, it's hard to eat.
It is hard to eat. Do you know, can I tell you a fun fact? My very first date ever was for a homecoming dance. I was a freshman in high school because we always had homecoming dances. Yeah. Of course it wasn't you, I met you later, which is kind of a good thing. I don't know that we would have liked each other much at that time. But in any event, so he took me to Chi-Chi's. Excuse me. Did someone say you could drink my wine? I poured myself a little glass of wine and he just feels very comfy in drinking my wine. But anyway. So we went to Chi-Chi's and my very first date, and I am like, oh, what do I get? What do I do? I was flummoxed. And so I ordered the Mexican salad because certainly, think about this, this is in the 80s, and it was the big Jane Fonda and women exercise, and so I'm like, I guess I should have a salad. I'm at Chi-Chi's. So I get, and frankly, Chi-Chi's is a mess anyway, because like who wants to eat a taco when you're on a date and we're dressed up, you know? So in any event, so I get a taco salad. I probably had 4 bites because I was just trying to like navigate the fork with the lettuce and not have food falling out of my face. So true story. Anyway, oh, and for any of you that are near my age, I wore a Gunny Sacks prairie skirt because that was the style with a very lacy,
When?
long. Do you remember gunny sack style?
I do.
Yeah,
but
so
when,
that
are
was
you
to
talking
the dance. Yeah, I had
you're
this.
talking
It
that,
was even
okay.
like a
I was gonna
thin
say,
wailed corduroy.
I do not remember that
with
when
lace
you were,
on the bottom and then this lacy top.
I thought you meant when you made this dinner. So
no,
I was
you
a
weren't following me.
a little frightened.
You need to
when,
pay better attention, babe.
Yes, I know.
So we start with just some greens. I know I used baby greens back then because they even had those, and I felt fancy when I used baby greens because, frankly, like we can get all sorts of lettuce now, but back then, we were just getting past iceberg
Like
and
iceberg,
romaine.
yeah.
So baby greens, and then this one's super simple actually, and red onion is used the same. So as a teacher with a very small budget, I was able to kind of multi-use some of my ingredients, which was a very good thing too. I bet you didn't think about that, huh? You didn't think about me being smart with my budget, did you? Because I wasn't very smart budgeting.
Because I
will say that was a class
not the way it was.
very much failed in those younger days. He has changed my ways. He's been a good influence in that. So I actually want to try to get this sliced as thin as possible for a couple of reasons. One, for in the salad, you don't want to have like a big old, piece of onion in your salad. But for the other reason with the pizza, because that's how it's not going to really cook, and so this way it'll let it kind of soften a little bit. And I know for a fact, because sometimes I love red onions, but sometimes they can be a little fierce. This is a good one. We've had some of this one already, so this will be a good one for it. Why are you giggling, babe? What am I missing? You gotta catch me up.
Archie told me to take my hands out of my pockets. It's suspicious.
Oh, well, yes. You know what, Arch? He's always suspicious.
And I always do that. That is I think
Here, I'll give you a present.
what is that?
Thank you. That's what he does to me all the time. He'll say, I have a little present for you, and he hands me trash. Okay, so this should do it. I'm gonna actually chop these ones a little bit because these are nice and breezy.
Matthew Whittington is on.
Oh, Matthew, welcome to the
pizza
stream.
He had pizza with bacon today. I love pizza with bacon.
Pizza with bacon, and our son loves pizza with bacon. So I'm just gonna put a couple of these rings on my salad.
And Archie
Not
said,
my
I
salad,
only
our
remember
salad.
paying the checks at dinner. Which
Yes.
is somewhat true.
Yeah, I remember you paying the check at dinner.
I did.
Oh, here's another present for you.
Yeah,
Thank you, babe. Oh, and the membrane. There we go.
Yeah, that's
All right. And then the rest of the onions we are going to use for our pizza. These are kind of slices, so I'm just going to get them into some nice pieces. All right. So no stories yet about dinners you made for any dates?
I remember the
Or
first one I
maybe-
made for you.
I know, and actually you were pretty calm. He totally lied to me in that dinner. Remember, you acted like you had it all together.
No, I didn't. I was like
No,
a basket
not
case.
that one. You did not let me know that one. I was
Which
impressed. It was the second time you made it when we were married that I was like, your basket case. Yeah.
You're right.
You know what you do when you're
Totally forgot
dating.
about
You kind of like show one side and the other side's like,
so
oh my gosh!
But it was a chicken dish, right?
Yeah, it's that chicken
right,
dish.
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so we're done with this. So the only other thing we're gonna do, these are for our pizza. The only other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some goat cheese, and I don't wanna make any assumptions. I know most of the foodies that are on right now know what to do with goat cheese, but there was a time I did not know what to do with goat cheese.
So what do you do
And
with goat cheese?
So you use a fork to crumble it.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's because you don't cook.
That's true.
All the wonders of the world, right?
That's true.
And what I do,
actually want to watch this.
and what I do is I just do it in the package. So here's our goat cheese. I just do it in the package. I take my fork and I just do a little crumbling. Now I know most of this audience absolutely knows what to do with this.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm just going to crumble some onto our salad. But the star of our show, and actually I'm kind of doing this in bad order. Oh well, if I don't do something in a weird order, at least I'm not forgetting like mint in a cocktail like I did the last time. I think that's what the nerves do to me. I think they get me a little bit out of order, although you would probably say I'm always out of order. Right?
I would not
Would you
say
like that?
Yes, I would
Okay.
like that.
All right. And could you, your present for doing that is getting a baggie to put that in, please?
Oh, that's good.
So, yes. I love goat cheese. Oh, and that's especially good. That's from Vermont. Vermont makes a very good goat cheese. Oh, it's super good. So the star of our show, wait a second, the star of our show is strawberries. So we got to put some strawberries there. And I got some from our nearby market. These are Jersey strawberries actually.
It's pretty nice.
So so I washed them already and I'm just going to slice them and that'll do it. That's all she wrote.
So let me ask you, where did you get this recipe? Do you remember?
I literally told everyone about where I got this recipe.
You can tell I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't really tell where I got the strawberry salad recipe. I actually believe I got that from my sister. I think I was telling my sister about making dinner for you. And I was like, I know what I'm going to make. I'm going to make the barbecue chicken pizza, but I don't know what to have on the side. And I'm pretty sure Nancy, who is just wise beyond everything, said a salad. And I was like, but what salad? And she said, oh, I have a good salad for you. I'm positive she's probably who told me this
If
salad.
you would have asked her husband, he would have said, make him a baked potato.
He would say just some meat and potatoes. Yeah.
Yep. And he would have been right.
Yes. So I'm just taking the tops off my strawberries, and then I'm going to slice them up and just put them in the salad. So do you guys like fruit in your salads? I know Archie does, and I love fruit in my salads. In fact, to me, that's what makes salads special.
So real quickly, tell me, just where'd you get the recipe? Because I seriously don't remember, and I wasn't listening.
I just literally said.
I know, but no, the chicken, the pizza.
Oh, I made it up from the restaurant.
Oh, that's right. Anyway. Sorry.
Should I take him to the doctor? Is he okay? He's okay.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have a temperature? Give me your forehead.
Be quiet. Quiet.
That's okay. Apparently, he gets
quiet,
nervous
quiet.
too on the streams. So tell me what I'm missing, because I see stuff going, and I need to. I know my son doesn't like me to ask you this, but I need you to help me with what I'm missing on the check.
There's really a lot here.
Oh, I think you'll be okay.
All right, let me page back up here.
I work him so hard, don't I? It's a sin. It's a sin that I'm making him dinner and asking him to help me with something. 28 years, babe.
Yeah, it's a long time.
It is a long time.
Lashondra said, I think we're talking about the strawberries, that they're beautiful.
Yes. Oh, these are good. In fact, I'm going to have one of these.
And then Catherine and Arch were just saying hi to each other.
Okay.
Lashondra says, I love fruit in my salad.
Yes, I do. I'm just going to kind of put these all around.
Archie told me, he said, Jesus Christ, wake up, Hubs.
Yes, I knew you'd catch that, Arch.
Matthew Whittington said, had ingredients for orange onion salad. 4 oranges sliced, lettuce, 2 medium onions,
Watch out.
1 small bell pepper.
And you're off screen, by the way, just so you know.
And a half cup, I know, I was trying to get out of your way. And a half cup of pimento. You told me to move, and then you. Archie said, 20 years?
20 years.
JFC. You don't get that for murder.
20 years.
Can you give, so Diaz said, can you give any advice on marriage longevity?
Oh, well, why don't you start?
Well, marry the right person first and foremost.
That's kind of a,
No, that's
Well, right. But,
that's important.
well, okay.
So understand who you're marrying. And then the best advice,
What's that?
always date.
Well, explain what you mean by that, because they might think that you get a hall pass or something.
Yeah. I didn't, no hall passes. I meant you should always, you should continue to date your spouse.
Yes, I agree.
So that's what we've done very well. Whether it's...
But we've definitely gone through periods where we've done it better than others,
Sure.
and then we
Well,
realized,
when kids were young,
and
it
then
was
we realized we
difficult,
got to do it more.
But when kids were young, we would force ourselves to make sure that we remembered to go and get babysitters for a weekend and go somewhere.
Yeah.
And it could be, we did home,
Picnics.
Yeah. Homecations, whatever you call it,
Staycation.
but staycations.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the best advice. And be nice to each other.
We do better at that some days than other days.
Well, I'm nice. You're not. So, but
He's such an angel. I know you all believe that he's just an angel.
it's painfully obvious.
Yes. I also would add a sense of humor.
Correct.
And he excels at that more than I do. In fact, the best way to disarm me is to try to make me laugh if I'm taking myself way too seriously, right? By the way,
correct.
I'm adding, I was remembering earlier today that I went to the store to look for sliced almonds, because I'm pretty sure I put almonds on this, and I could not find them, and I wasn't going to try to slice my own almonds. That would have been disastrous. So I'm going to sub in pepitas for that, because I do think on salads a nice little crunch
What's
is helpful.
pepita?
It's a pumpkin seed.
Oh, can I have one?
Of course you can.
Okay.
So sense of humor, I would think. And then
good.
the other thing you and I've always talked about, and again, we do better at sometimes than others, but it's communication. I think just don't stop talking to each other. And I don't mean like in nagging, but I mean in seriously, touching base with each other. Like, are you okay? Am I being too much of a pain in the butt? That kind of stuff. I'm just looking for, by the way, we're going to be putting this on later, but I'm actually going to show you the actual dressing I used, and you're going to laugh. So my sister told me about this dressing also. And this is one, I don't buy many already made dressings, but Brianna's makes nice dressings. And this one is their home style blush vinaigrette. And you got to know that as a young cook, when I saw that it had a strawberry on top, I was like, oh, it's just perfect. Because, I'm that kind of person. But it's a delightful dressing. But you could make your own vinaigrette, something light. You could use a poppy seed dressing. Like there's lots of different dressings that would work well there. And wait, before we do that, let me just get started on the pizza a little bit.
Okay.
And for the pizza, this is what I used. It was bubbly. And so I actually was worried about finding it because, it's funny, living in the city, we have a lot available, but then it's also hard finding certain brands sometimes. Now, they did not have a thin crust back then. Bubbly had one crust, one kind, and it was the thicker one, but we prefer a thinner crust, so I bought the thinner crust.
Oh, you didn't go with the OG?
No, because it's just, why? Can you ask why? Why? Because it's more calories, and we're trying to be good right now.
Okay.
So, and we're going to be going out tomorrow night and not being good, so we'll be a little bit better tonight.
We're taking everybody out tomorrow night.
So this is less calories, and but you could obviously make your own dough, which would be wonderful. You could use naan, you could use pita, any of that stuff. Yes.
So Archie asked, did you say almonds?
When?
Was that the pumpkin seeds or the
almonds?
I don't know. Whatever. For you. Okay.
Yes, Archie. Let us know what you meant because I'm not sure what you meant with that. So I'm going to cut this out.
And then.
By the way, this is so easy.
Well, Chandra said communication is key.
Yes.
Yes said we never go to sleep angry with each other. We try not.
We try not to, but because I think my grandma had said that one, and I know there's been a couple times.
She's angry a lot.
I know there's been a couple times where it was like one of those we had
almonds.
to agree.
It was almonds.
Oh, we had to agree to disagree, and I don't know. We don't do it often, but I do know there have been a couple times because honestly, he lets go of things more easily than I do.
Instantly. And
I get wounded and kind of hold on a little too long. And so that can be hard sometimes.
Yeah, because I get mad and then I calm down within like
He's like a
30
volcano.
seconds. And then
it's scary when he goes off, but then he's over.
But then you're kind of like not able to do that. So
I struggle with that.
Yeah.
But the other thing I would say besides communication, and this is one I feel like I've learned, not that I've learned more lately, I mean like in the last 10 years, but I think I've become more aware of, is reminding myself about grace. So, sometimes we can, with any relationship, even if you're not married.
We're married. We're sharing.
I thought you were going to grab a beer.
Well, I'm going to, but later.
See, communication, letting him know. All right. But I will say that I think grace is important because some of the times, if you're seeing someone, if you're married, any of, just living together, you can fall into the whole, oh, they drive me crazy. Oh, this drives me crazy. Oh, why can't they stop doing that? Which is normal. We're human, right? And we're living with someone, so that is difficult. But what I also try to remind myself more of late is I know I do a lot of things that are annoying, frustrating, all the above. And so when I get into my head about that with you, I do try to shift myself and say, and he would have not the same list, but would have things to say.
You are absolutely perfect.
I'm perfect. You heard it. It's on live stream. Well, okay, so is it okay?
Oh,
that was good.
Good, man.
We have no, I can cut.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Well, your wife is a good cook.
So, DS asked,
I'm gonna cut the
somewhere
other
in here, something about Cincinnati. You mentioned that we lived in Cincinnati.
Yes.
And he said, "Have you had Cincinnati chili?"
Oh, we love Cincinnati chili.
We've
Skyline
had-
is our favorite.
We've had like a ton, probably literally a ton of Cincinnati chili.
Yes. And I will say we have not had it of recent,
I
and
have.
I've.
I had it last year.
Well, that's not of recent.
Well, when I went for
but it's still not of
the
recent.
for the guys
It's
trip.
not like the past couple months. But I will say I've tried to recreate it and have not found a recipe that. I mean, it gets close, but nothing that
Yeah, it's
gets right there. Watch
And you
out,
can
babe.
buy it. You can buy it online. You can buy Skyline, and I think
Yeah.
you can still buy Gold Star too, right?
But it's Skyline. But we've had
Skyline's
both
the
of the
best.
canned ones, and Skyline's the best. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to this is so easy. I'm embarrassed. I'm doing a live stream about this, but I just thought it was a cute theme, and just something fun. Not
you
everything.
don't have to do anything with the boba leaf first, or no?
Nope. Not everything has to be complicated, right? Sometimes you can have a quick, easy meal, and who doesn't love a quick, easy meal? And so my sweet baby Ray's sweet and spicy, which describes me to a T, right, babe?
That's true.
He's not listening.
That's true.
Is I'm just going to, it's a squirt bottle, so I'm just going to squeeze it all out. And now this is where you do what you like. Not everyone, especially with barbecue sauce, because it has a stronger flavor. Some people might like a thinner, layer of it. You can't see. Watch out, babe. Watch your hand, watch your hand. Let me put it here so y'all can see. There we go. I'm just spreading. I thought you could see that area, and I realized you can't. So the only thing I would say with this is don't go too hog wild, or it just, all you'll taste is the barbecue sauce. I'm just going to add a smidge more.
So DS mentioned about chocolate in the chili, and I always thought that there was a chocolate coffee like taste.
And
to
there's
it.
all those warm spices. That's
Right.
what really makes it. Oh, I love it.
But it is.
Oh, that's so good. That is a good sauce. For a store-bought sauce, I'm sure it has lots of bad things in it, but for
That's
a pinch,
good
it's
sauce,
yummy.
yeah.
I love the spicy kick.
Do you
Okay.
remember what the sauce was that you used when you first made it? Was
I
it
said-
Montgomery Inn, probably? No. I heard you say that.
Did y'all hear that? So I think I was talking about all this.
I really wasn't paying
I
attention.
don't think he was paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention.
And he's admitting it now. So it's a good thing I love this man. All right. Yes, it was Montgomery Inn because we lived there and we were obsessed by then. All right. So we've got our sauce. The next thing, and this is, I'm just doing it the way they did at the restaurant. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually layer our chicken, our onions, and then whole leaves of the cilantro. Now, I am going to make one difference, and I'm going to, of course, make this look a little pretty because I can. So I'm just going to do a little design. That way all the little pieces get nice chicken. And you know what? I might as well load it up. I can do that, right? Don't take the small ones. I might need the small ones, babe.
sorry about that.
Actually, take that one or split that one
I'm
in
good.
half. All right, let me just get these all prettied.
It's really good chicken.
Yeah, it's good chicken. Just air fryer, the way to go. You know, it's funny, I do see conversations now about people saying the air fryer, it's just like one of those appliances that's going to be forgotten. This is a workhorse, watch out, in our kitchen. And it's not going to be forgotten. I'm just going to sprinkle my onions over and just do however much you want.
I think you need another one over there. There's like a hole there. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so glad you could contribute to the pizza.
Yep. I've done my work.
All right. Put as little or as much.
I thought there was more.
More onions?
Yeah, no, I thought there was.
No.
I could be wrong.
I think they had a little bit bigger slices, but I like the thinner slices that they get a chance to just tenderize a little bit. And then now, I will tell you, I love when he contributes. I will tell you that at the restaurant, they laid a whole stem, like they would just lay this down. Like I remember that. But what I didn't like eating it was you would bite into it and then this whole thing would come flying out in your bite because you didn't quite bite the cilantro off. So I'm electing to just do the beautiful leaves. I like the whole leaves. I love cilantro, so I'm one of those in which it does not taste like soap.
So DS asked, I'm curious why I can't pronounce that cheese.
What was scroll? Wasakin.
yeah.
Wasakin? I think it's
No,
wasakin. I think he said wasakin.
Whatever, but why that? It was because you just had.
Oh, I just had it.
You had it,
so
and
I was afraid it was going to start going bad, and I know that it's similar to mozzarella, so I thought I'm just going to use it. But the pizza at the restaurant, they use mozzarella. They do not use wasakin or whatever it's called.
So I didn't hear that part.
Okay, now it's cheese time.
Then.
So I shredded my oaxaca cheese, and I don't know if I'm saying it still right, but that cheese looks like a big old braid. It's so cool, and it's a little soft. So I will say, grating it is a bit of and you can see it kind of is all like become one almost. So I'm gonna pull this back apart and spread the cheese around. It's just what I like about this pizza. Oaxacan. What I like about this pizza is it's a great summer pizza. You know, like it's just a little different. You know, especially when you're making your own pizza, because, you know, I can make a nice pizza, but it's not going to be like the pizzerias around here. It's going to definitely be different, and that's not a bad thing. But this is just something that's just totally different. So,
it's
tasty.
Well,
it depends how much cheese you put on it. It's lighter, but I just think I really like this pizza. This is a good one. So if you've never done this, I know a lot of places have it, you know, that have fancier pizzas, but it is a good one. And I'm probably putting too much cheese, but you know, it might go bad, so I should just use it, right? Okay, I should probably stop and I'll let you snack on this, right? So I don't know if anyone is like me, but unless I'm making a really thin, tender, like traditional style pizza, I have trouble not putting too much cheese on. Because the cheese does spread, and when you're putting it on, it isn't spread, and then you're kind of like, oh gosh, did I put enough on? Okay, let me show this to you.
DS keeps saying, Oaxacan.
Thank you. So we don't have to scroll up. There we go. There's our pizza, very wobbly right now. Would you open up
this?
That, yep.
You gonna burn yourself?
Nope, I got it.
No, you're gonna burn yourself.
I'm not gonna burn myself.
Oh, that's hot.
This is not my first rodeo. Okay. Woo! Oh!
Goodness.
I think I just went to the equator there. All right, I'm gonna check it at 8 minutes. I don't know that it'll be done then, but I'm gonna check it. All right, so here's some cheese for you. Look at all the snackies I got for you here, babe. You can snack to your heart's content. There you go. Well, you're gonna take that.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something with this.
Okay.
Thank
you
you,
gonna let me eat all this?
Yeah, why don't you go over here where people can see you? Because
No.
this is a little cave. Over here, babe. Over here. Over here. All right.
So what other sage advice do you have about marriage?
So I think there's two different conversations. There's how do you stay in a long relationship and are a good partner, which, you know, not everyone wants to get married, right? So there's that conversation that I think goes equally. But my only advice for anyone, and I know everyone here is older, but if anyone young is ever watching this, for marriage advice would be I think you just need to discuss things with the person you're thinking of marrying, just so you know you're on the same page about stuff. I don't think marriage is something that people should rush in, although we actually rushed in, but we had some big conversations about stuff. Now, I won't go into all of our story, but to give you an idea of timing, I met him in December of, I don't remember the year, it doesn't matter the year, but I met him in December, and we were engaged by that next September. So that was not even a year, and we were engaged.
Is that right? No, because...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it is.
He's so cute.
Because it was the holiday. Yeah, right.
Yes. So, and he engaged me when I was back at school because I was a teacher, and he came to my classroom and hid in a closet to give me my ring after my kids left. So. And
the door wouldn't open, and I hit the door, and I came like tumbling out into the middle of the classroom.
And all the teachers were looking through the window, stacked on top of each other to see what was happening. But I will say we had a lot of conversations about kids and and also what our beliefs in marriage were.
And we know people who didn't have those conversations and caused issues.
And they thought and they could change people,
Right.
right? But even
And
what
sometimes you can, and sometimes you can't.
but we even talked about what our thought of marriage is we also talked about how we felt like we won't go into those now, but we talked about like what we thought was important, like how we felt about getting married, that it wasn't taken
Sure.
lightly, that it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
I wanted 5 kids, and we didn't.
The funniest thing is that we at once talked about having 3 kids. And then once we had the 2 boys, he was like, I'm done.
I was not taking another chance of having another boy.
And we love our boys, but I think they made you a little crazy when they were younger.
I was like, what was my comment? That if you can guarantee
He
me
would
it's
be a girl. And I was like,
then
well,
we can have a third.
I can't guarantee that.
Well, yeah, I kind of knew that. So.
Absolutely. Okay, Archie was asked, reliving your nightmares, Phil, how traumatic. Yes, you got to know each other's likes and dislikes. And did Hubs know how to use a knife and fork in those days? I don't know. Did you?
Not well.
Not well?
No.
Yeah?
I was a little sloppy. I still am.
So did anyone share any meals that you were, that you've cooked? Anybody? Did anybody do that?
What other good meals?
Oh, wait, you missed Archie's comment. Archie said that he used 2 parts barbecue, 1 part traditional pizza sauce when we did a barbecue pizza last year.
Oh, that's
How did
a good
you like
idea.
that, Arch? Did you like that flavor? I know. Arch also, he won't always appreciate the artistic element. Let me see here. See what else I'm missing. I don't know if you gave me all this information.
I probably didn't.
So yeah, any foods that you guys have used to try to impress someone that you were on a date with? I'm curious.
So I'm drinking a Flying Fish hazy pale ale.
Yeah, he likes all these funky ones that I don't. I like just a traditional ale.
We'll see how it is.
And DS asks, how were the first 2 years of having a baby? Oh my gosh. So true story.
Oh, wow.
Wait, let me just say one thing.
Wow.
We moved from Ohio to New Jersey when I'm 9 months pregnant.
No, you were 7 months pregnant. Because we didn't. Yeah, you were 7 months pregnant. trust
Okay.
me.
See, it's kind of like that you walk barefoot
that's
up the hill.
burned into my memory.
Okay. So, but anyway, so I'm very pregnant when we move. So I move him into a brand new area. He'd never lived on the East Coast. He'd never lived out of Ohio.
Correct.
And so we moved to get closer to family. I'm majorly preggers with our first child. New job, new baby, then new house shortly after that. And I think the poor man's head was going to explode, if I'm being quite honest.
It was
And I will say,
very close to a nervous breakdown. Probably.
and I will say that the baby thing, I had babysat a lot in my teen years. I remember him holding David and just being like, he was afraid he was going to break him. And I'm like, oh, here, and here's a diaper and all this stuff. Matthew, you were much more at ease with,
Right.
the second one. But yeah, David was your break-in.
But the first 2 years to DS's point, the first 2 years of a baby is difficult.
Crazy.
I mean, it's because you're learning as you go.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But it gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get through those 2 years, it's much easier.
And the good thing, one thing I remember someone told us when we were having a child was, remember when they come home, they can't do anything. They're literal blobs that they just sleep. They need to be tended to, but it's not like they're running around the house and they're sleeping mostly if you're lucky. And yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And so he has a question. Oh no, Archie thinks it's getting too slushy. Okay, we're switching it up. And so Archie, by the way, did say the barbecue sauce base I felt would be too overpowering, so I tempered with pizza sauce. Yes. So, and that you could definitely do here. For me, I love the bite of it, but that's why I said be careful how much sauce you put, that you don't put too much.
I don't know if it's going to be done, but boy, does it look good.
It does look good. And then also, DS said, what is Ohio's famous food? Go back over there. I know which one of them is. Oh, it's so pretty.
So what's Ohio's favorite food?
Well, one famous food is the Buckeyes.
Oh, the Buckeyes, sure. Yeah,
Well,
which
they
is
might not know what Buckeyes are. Why don't you tell them what Buckeyes
So
are?
it's chocolate and peanut butter,
Why don't
right?
you tell them what
Chocolate and peanut butter.
Well, it's not.
It's like a.
It's not just chocolate
What is
and
it?
peanut
It's like
butter.
a cup. It's like a cup of not hard chocolate, but hard chocolate.
Well, yeah, it's
And then peanut butter.
it's dark
inside.
chocolate.
It's
usually
kind of like a Reese's cup.
It's kind of like the
Except a
best.
really good
it's kind of like
Reese's
the
cup.
best Reese's cup you'd ever have.
But that's not their food.
Well, is Ohio known for anything?
Well,
Like Cincinnati was known for Cincinnati chili, and they had good ribs.
Cleveland was like Hungarian food and things like that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, and Youngstown was very much Italian food because it was
Yeah, that's where he was from.
80% Italian.
This looks amazing. Oh
But
my
no,
gosh.
not really. That's kind of depressing, I guess. But
Oh my gosh. So, okay. I want to know how you all like your pizza. I do not like my pizza too brown, so I'm taking it out. It has browned, but I like my cheese to still be gooey. So I'm going to take it out right now and show you. This looks amazing. Oh my goodness.
so
Watch out, babe.
So Catherine asked about pizza being eaten on spaghetti, or I'm sorry, chili being eaten on spaghetti. And yes,
Oh, yeah.
that is Cincinnati chili.
Yes, that is, that is amazing.
A three-way is chili, spaghetti,
this is really hot,
chili,
babe.
and cheese. A four-way is with either you add onions or beans to it, and a five-way is you add
Y'all
both
see that?
onions and beans.
Look
I
at
know it
that.
sounds crazy, but it's great. That
I don't know
looks
if you can
awesome.
hear that. So that is the pizza.
I think it's done.
And what I love about, I think it is done. What I love about it is
Oh my God, does it smell good?
it smells really good, is that you can see the onions. You can't see the chicken, but you can see the cilantro leaves coming through. But that is super hot. And in fact, you know what? For our safety purposes, once I cut it, I'm going to put it back over there so that we can try it. And I'm going to get it on a plate right away because we can't try it quite yet because otherwise we will burn our mouths. And I already know, so pictures will be fine. We don't have to worry about pictures now because I'm going to fix a plate since we have two different foods going on. I'm just talking to the cohort here. So I'm going to get
Do you
one
do some salad
side.
first or no?
So right now, first I'm going to get one side cut because I want to get it on a plate.
Okay.
So I'm just going to get my pizza cutter. Oh, and the cheese looks so ooey gooey
You've been
in
drinking?
there.
My God, you're like all crooked. It's like,
That's the cheese, babe.
no, I'm
That was literally the cheese.
okay. All right.
He is such a critic. You think, well, it's because he feels comfortable after all these years. That's why. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do with you? Okay, so I'm going to get two little pieces here for us.
Oh, you're going small pieces.
Well, because they're going to be
On that one?
hotter than all get out, babe. So I'm just trying to protect our, whoops. I didn't get all the way through. Okay.
Wow, that's hot.
It is molten. Okay.
You had it. I think you had the oven at what, 500 degrees?
Yeah, I put it up as high as I could.
Can we separate a little
nope,
bit or
just
no?
leave it be for right now,
Okay.
babe, because it'll just make the cheese all come off it. So let's let the cheese kind of firm up a little. So I'm going to put this over here, let it cool off a little bit. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? No, I'm going to leave it on there because that way it won't get too cool for us.
You
for dinner.
actually, it is actually bubbling
I know.
on there.
It's called a stone.
Okay.
It's physics. All right, so I'm going to put this here, put these over here. And now our salad, our gorgeous salad. We'll get it dressed. Let me get that dressing out. I got it. Thank you. That was a good help there, babe.
Trying to be helpful.
Well, you can take that off. All right, so let's see what else is going on here. So it says, Phil, you eat the pizza and give Hubs a pack of chili peanuts. There you go.
I'm okay with that.
And then DS says, I make Detroit-style pizza for dinner yesterday. That is a style I've not made yet, and I actually really want to make. And our son calls it, what does he call it? Like
Lasagna.
yeah, lasagna or whatever. Honestly, I love pizza in all of its forms. I love a super thin crust. I like Sicilian style, which is a thicker crust. Detroit style is kind of pillowy pan pizza, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's not pan. I think it's rectangular, but
Right,
it's got that, you know, it gets crisp with the oiliness there. So I love a Detroit style pizza. If you have any good recipes, yes, I would love to know. And then Kath says, long time married, you're crooked. I don't know that. Have you heard that?
What's?
She says it's in quotes, you're crooked. I don't know if
Well, I
I've
was
heard that
saying
one.
you're crooked. You're lying.
Oh, I see. See, I'm a little slow. So he's the humorous guy because, you know, it takes him all to get a joke. I know. Literally, Kath, I'm putting it down the line, but then there's onions and cheese, and the cheese was kind of doing different things, and that man. And yes, it's not deep dish like Chicago, but it's a thicker crust. But the bottom, so it's almost like a marriage of a pan, in my opinion, of a pan style with a Sicilian. Because Sicilians, I don't know if that's, maybe it is cooked in a pan too. Anyway, but I loved it. I've had it Detroit style, but I've never made it. And then, yes. So Kat says, bet you didn't say that after the first dinner.
It's true.
You were a very good boy then. You
Was I?
didn't say, yes, you were polite. You were helpful.
I'm still polite.
You were complimentary. Are you?
Not really.
And so DS says deep dish is popular in Chicago. However, in Detroit, they do a deep dish or Sicilian pizza with tomato sauce on top. Yes. Yeah, it's really good.
Let's dress that salad.
All righty. So I got to give a good shake. I'm not shaking a cocktail. I'm just shaking a dressing. Oh, and this has a little spout. Oh, and you got to take the thing out, though.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Oh, watch out. Pardon. Let me just get this little thing popped out with a little knife.
Don't cut yourself.
Now they're going to think we all left screen because you scooched. All right, take that out. All right, there we go. And I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on, and I'm going to toss. There we go. Give it a little toss, and
So
we're
pretty.
good to
You're
go.
gonna-
It is pretty.
You mess it all up.
Oh, it's okay. That's what's supposed to happen. Get all the yumminess.
Do I need to get salads, or are we just going to eat?
Do you need to get salads?
Or salad
Yeah, we're
plates,
doing it
I
on
mean.
one plate.
You want me to get a salad plate?
Nope. I'm just going to scooch this over.
Okay.
We do need forks, though, babe.
Okay.
That would be wonderful. Okay, we got a little salad here.
We actually set the table today.
Yes, we set the table, so we're going to be eating right behind the camera once we go off camera.
Yeah.
All right. So let's try the salad first.
Okay.
Got a little cheese. Got a little strawberry. I don't think I got any onion. I need an onion.
A
I'll
little
get a little
onion. I didn't get the strawberry.
You took my onion then.
Oh, there you go. Sorry.
You took my onion.
I didn't mean to. I was going for the
I
strawberry.
think you meant to. Oh, now it all just came off. Go ahead, eat it. I'm going to be a while. I can't get it all back on my freaking fork.
First day with the new fork?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
God.
Okay.
Just put it in your mouth quickly. There. Sorry.
He's mean. Mmm. I'm telling you, for a store-bought vinaigrette,
Oh, pretty good.
this is probably my favorite. This is my favorite.
Favorist.
This is such a good one. It really is tasty. Anyway, has a sweet edge to it. So, and you know I like a little bit of bite and sour, but for this kind of salad, this is great. All right, pizza time, babe. Oops, let me give you that
All right.
slice. Wait. Okay.
Good?
Here we go, yep. Ooh, wait, can we just look
Too
at that?
hot? Yeah, it's
You saw how floppy it was. You guys saw how floppy it was when I put it in the oven. There's no flop left. And that's what,
you know
for
what?
anyone that does not have a pizza stone, that's what a pizza stone does.
I will tell you,
This is delicious.
it brings back memories. I remember that exact taste.
That's hot.
It's really,
That's really good.
really good.
And you know what's funny? I gotta rinse a second. I need a napkin. What's funny is that, God, that tastes good. And you know what? I honestly, for it being as simple as that is, every ingredient is important. I can taste the cilantro, even though I don't think my piece had it in it. Get a little.
I know.
I can taste the cilantro like flavor because it just from those leaves, it kind of gets into the sauce.
I'm not a huge cilantro fan,
I love cilantro.
but it's good in here.
And even on this boboli, which I don't know the last time I'm not putting any shame to boboli, but I don't know the last time I've had a boboli.
Pretty good.
But it tastes really good. And even though that sauce was spicy, I don't think it even tastes at all spicy. Like it tastes spicier when you have it on its own, but it doesn't taste spicy now. It is really good. And you know what? I mean, I of course would use mozzarella, but if I had
That's good.
oaxacan, did I still say it wrong?
Oaxacan?
I really liked it. I was good with that. So if you're feeling fancy, do that. I'm going to take a bite, but then I can't talk. So that was, don't you dare touch that. That was really good. And I'm kind of sad we've taken so long to have it. Like, that's really yummy.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't the suburbs last time we had it.
Was it really?
It was. Well, we are going to go finish our dining, but thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, LaShandra, DS, Kath, Archie, Matthew, and anyone else watching from the wings. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you coming to check us out. And please, if you're watching this later, tell me your dating story. What did you cook? Was it a wow or did it flop? And just, yeah, would love to hear that. Our next stream is next week on Tuesday. It is a try or buy with a Korean restaurant that is a small little Korean restaurant nearby. And so we're really excited to try it. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Here in the States, it's Father's Day on Sunday. So we're celebrating this guy.
Yes.
And so happy Father's Day, Dad, also.
And happy Father's Day.
And
to
happy Father's Day to
All
all
the
the fathers. And yeah, we're celebrating them on Sunday. So hope you guys all have a great weekend. And thank you so much. And until we eat again, toodles, friends.
See ya.
Bye.